Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are into game 2 of our um 20 or long stream. I don't even know how long. Technically, I did the math. It's 27 hours of TTRPGs that I will be running on this channel between the next 2 days. But today is day 1, and we are into game 2. I have some wonderful new players with me that are here to help us raise more money for the Fisher House Foundation. It provides care, housing, and support for veterans and their families while either veterans or those family members undergo treatment at VA hospitals around the country and around the world. Or VA or DoD hospitals even. We are here. We want to help support Veterans Day and raise money and bring to light a lot of really good causes. And I've got some great players here to help me do that. So first up, excuse me. I didn't want to burp in y'all's ear. First up, we're going to have the wonderful KY Hawkeye. Hawkeye, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us and helping us do all of this great things.
Hey, I enjoy being here. Having been a former clinical pharmacist within the VA system, I know very much and have treated many patients that use the Fisher House system in order to have places to stay during their chemotherapy treatments and stuff like that. So anytime I can, time I can do something to help support the cause, I will leap at the chance for it.
But who are you playing today? I guess is the question.
All right.
And who are you in general?
I'm your standard cleric by day, RPG fanboy by night. You can catch me on my streams. I have streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And today I am playing a cleric by the name of Link Baconaire.
I cannot wait for all of this. It is here for this. Somebody in chat start a counter for puns. Just throwing that out there. And Lynn, welcome back. We hope you're well. It's been all of 2 weeks since I saw you.
2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? What's it last week? Was it last?
No, it was last week.
It was last week. It was
last week.
Time has slowed, and time is whatever it is. Okay. But yeah.
Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'm Lynn. Do art and on stream on currently 2 streams on WarDM's channel. The Scion game on Saturdays and the premiere of a Warhammer game, Warhammer 40K game on Tuesday. And tonight I am playing Skitters, Wild Magic Sorcerer.
I am here for this. All of the fun. All of the times, all of the fun. So, there is a link in chat for the donation. You can donate to give advantage or crits to either the players or the GM. Or you can donate to give a magic item to a random magic item. Or the fun things that are going to happen, you can donate 1 per game to give a boss battle to the game. Or in this case, to make things worse for the players.
Yeah, make it worse.
Make it worse. make it worse. So we are going to begin this game with these 2 wonderful players in the city of Neverwinter. A beautiful, sometimes city, mostly. Of the 3 big cities that you talk about on the Sword Coast, that are the independent cities of the Sword Coast in Faerun, Neverwinter is hard, right? Because you've got Baldur's Gate, and you've got the Baldurians, and their whole shtick about freedom and rejecting everyone, and just doing what they want to do, and whether that involves having, a giant illithid in your brain, who knows? We'll figure it out. They have problems in Baldur's Gate, but they also kind of really embrace it. Then you have Waterdeep. And they're just pretentious assholes, right? Like, everybody knows the people in Waterdeep are pretentious assholes. They think that they've got all the money. All of the big wizards come out of Waterdeep, as they tell you so frequently. Looking at you, Gale. But we also have, then you have Neverwinter, which, you know, aside from that small chasm, like, it's just it only took over one whole district of the city. The Spell Plague had a problem, right? Like, Spell Plague was a problem. It's an kind of ongoing problem. But for the most part, Neverwinter is kind of cool place-ish. And we don't need to talk about the giant magma pool in the basement. Sub-basement. You know, whatever. You can get to Gauntel Grim from there pretty easy. Visit some dwarves, hang out with them. But Neverwinter is a very interesting place. And you both are adventurers that are part of this, nominally affiliated with the Temple of Torm. And the Temples of Torm have undertaken this idea where where the temples in all of the areas that they are located are sponsoring, sort of, adventurers. When low-level issues pop up that maybe don't necessarily draw the attention of, like, these great heroes that you hear about running around Faerun, you know, you're not get Drist, Duerden, and all of those kind of folks. But, you know, a simple, hey, this outlying farm is being overrun by, you know, undead hands. You know, you just need a kind of low-level issue. The Temples of Torm have heard about these and have started to encourage adventurers to kind of take on these jobs in exchange for support from the temple. So, you know, you kind of get like a little, pass that says, part of this temple network. At the start of every adventurer gets 3 standard healing potions that are very beneficial to use when you need them. And ooh, wait, there's 2 advantages on the table. One for the players and one for me. Always a good thing. I'm gonna turn off that, though. We'll get to that. But because of that, the only thing in exchange the temple asks for is if when you go out and deal with these issues, you can keep anything you find. If you find more than 100 gold, just donate 50 back to the temple. But if, everything else you can keep. If it's items, you keep the items no matter what. And it's kind of proven pretty okay, dealing with these kind of low-level infestations and problems that can kind of get overlooked. Neverwinter has a very large temple district. It's part of the Central District. It's where the Palace of Lord Neverwinter is. The Harpers kind of work out of the same area. They have an office there. But the Temple of Torm is kind of off to one of the sides of the Temple of Tyr, right? There's the big trilogy, big 3, Ilmater, Tyr, and Torm, right? Those are the 3, or Lathander, Tyr, and Torm, right? The big 3. And Torm's kind of like off to the side a little bit, and there's also, but it's still a very large temple. This is one of the big temples in one of the big cities. It's perfectly circular, like the Parthenon, or the Pantheon, sorry, not the Parthenon, the Pantheon. And it has a big oculus that's actually covered with a beautiful stained glass that shows perfect light. And there's a small, like, kind of side chapel. Well, there are a bunch of side chapels, I should be honest. It's a big temple. It's the big city temple. Everybody, it's one of the 3 biggest temples in the city. But this one has a couple side chapels, and one of them off to the right, as you enter through these big double doors that have these big brass works on them, is kind of like off into a corner. It's about 3/4 of the way down the space of the temple, and it's on, if you picture the perfect circle that is this temple, the perfect sphere, it's at the 2:00 position from the doorway, if the doorway is at the 6:00 position. And as you come in, both of you have been kind of called as part of this adventuring group that's affiliated with the temple, and asked to meet with one of the priests to discuss an issue that, a job, right? Like they're offering you, some work here. And when you come in, you would see kind of seated at a desk in this little, again, this little side chapel, maybe 15 feet by 20 feet wide, right? And there's a desk, and seated on a large pile of, like, not quite books, but it looks like somebody, stacked a bunch of things on top of each other on top of a chair, is this small little gnome who's got a little desk and a very large scroll in front of them, and a large human-sized ink pot rather than like a gnome-sized ink pot, and a very long, kind of like effusive quill that they've kind of picked up and are looking as, like, looks over the rim of their glasses. Ah, adventurous. Thank you. Tick. Who do we see walk in? Why don't we start with Lynn?
You see Skitters. Skitters is a young tiefling. If a tiefling was, if a possum was basically turned into a tiefling, that sort of energy, just kind of like ratty robes, just kind of hunched over and kind of like eyes darting, and just kind of like, her name is actually fairly apt. She just kind of like darts from place to place. She has like kind of like the horns that kind of go straight back, start here and like go straight back a good distance. And she kind of has like a little bit of like dark purple hair, but there's like little bits of feathers like in it as well. There's like, and she just like walks up, and she actually has that little what is the is it a piece of paper that like denotes us as this group?
No, it's like
Badge?
it's like an actual, like, little token. It's like a metal, not gold or platinum, but it's
Mm-hmm.
probably bronzed over some sort of, like, work, and it's 3 inches long,
Mm-hmm.
like 1.5 inches wide. So it's big enough that you can have it on a keychain.
Yeah, actually she
and
has
not
it
lose
like,
it.
yeah, she actually has it like on a string around her neck, and she just kind of holds it up as she's walking. She doesn't like necessarily like, she's more used to kind of like the lower areas of Neverwinter. She's not used to being up here, so she just kind of like just anyone that she like sees up here that is dressed kind of, either it has armor or is dressed like, she'll just kind of like, hold this object in front of her. And that's also what she's doing to this gnome. Like, yes.
Okay. And what do we see from you, Hawkeye?
All right. As when Link walks up, he looks like a fairly strong, burly human type of gentleman. He is dressed. He has a chainmail shirt, but it's not really a shirt. It actually looks more like an apron when it hangs on him. He has a shield. He has a shield with him that he carries with him. That is it, and it and his chainmail apron are kind of a golden brown color with some dark maple brown trim on them, and it looks like it's got these little hash marks all the way up and down, making little bitty squares on the shield. And he'll reach into a pocket and pull out his little identification piece as well. And you'll see his holy symbol hanging around his neck, but it's not a symbol that many people have seen. It's 2 items crossed together. One of them looks like a spatula, and the other one looks like a stirring spoon. And that is what his holy symbol looks like.
I appreciate that, and I love that so much. Hey, didn't want to cough in y'all's ear, but so this little gnome. Thank you. We have a small request from one of the clerics traveling through the town. They are escorting, or no, being escorted, and you kind of like see them push the glasses up squint at what they're reading, put them back down, look over them. That level of like, maybe somebody needs to get their eyes checked. Yes, yes. They are being escorted by 3 knights on their journey to... They're not going to Thay. Why would they go to Thay? Who's going to Thay? Oh, Cormier. That makes more sense. What? I'm sorry. I obviously need to get these checked. They're on their way, but they're carrying a package of books. Could you just go get those for us, please? They came from Schult. They can't come up here because, well, there was an incident last time they were in.
What kind of incident did they have?
Well, apparently, the kind... And you see the gnome kind of like just swipe their hand across this scroll, and all of the words slide to the left. Like they haven't scrolled or moved anything. They just slide and slide and slide, and then open it, and that incident. Yes, it'll be probably another 50 years before somebody lets them back into the inner city. Ooh, Lord. Apparently it involved a drunken revelry wherein they magically painted on the temples of Tyr, Lathander, and Corleone Torm's besties, and Torm wins. Well, to be fair, the Temple of Tyr wasn't probably that upset, and Lathander didn't care, but Corleone, the priests complained.
Yeah, I've heard they can be a little testy.
No comment. But if you could please bring those back up here, it would be most beneficial. I would go myself, but too much work. Apparently the Nashers have decided to have a party. Party? Why do we care if the Nashers are having a party? Oh. Apparently it involves bombs again. Why do we let the Nashers hang around? We should just... Somebody call the Hoppers and deal something with them. Honestly. But yes, if you could go get those there in the Black Lake District, it would be very beneficial. Thank you very much. Look for the Volga Duck Tavern. You can't miss it. It's a giant goose.
No wonder it's a vulgar duck if it acts like a goose.
Yes, indeed. I wonder... I wonder who named it that. I don't know. It's not my business. Not my problem. I have too many other things to do. Ugh. And you, are you okay?
Pick them up and bring them here. Books.
Yes. 4 of them.
4 books.
Don't open them. 3 of them are holy texts, and 1 of them was found in Schult as a holy text. Probably belonged to Vecna. Ha!
You just see Skitter's eyes kind of wander a little bit, like that's not anything that she really knows. These are words that have little to no meaning to her. So she's kind of like, all right, books.
Sounds like some important stuff, then.
Yes. Hopefully there won't be a problem. Apparently there's been some issues in Schult lately. Don't want to cause any further problems. But that's it. And they kind of reach with the quill that they had in their hand and gesture to a small side table, like that's right inside the door. You can see these 2 bags that are prepared. And those are your potions. 3 standard healing potions as required for the various services we appreciate. And we look forward to seeing you come back with my books.
And we will bring them back.
All right, sounds good.
Again,
I suppose we need to get going.
Bye.
All right, we'll try to remember that.
Because it's possible one of them will open a portal into the Dread Plane and suck you in there, and or allow you to become possessed by Vecna.
All right.
Oh, another Thursday. Okay, let's go.
And they kind of like turn to Skitters and goes, "You don't want to be possessed by Vecna, do you?"
No, absolutely not.
Hmm. Hold on. I make a note. Have a good day. I'll be busy.
All right, don't open the magic books. Got it.
Say it.
So the question is, how familiar with you are you, the two of you, with the city of Neverwinter?
Personally or character-wise?
Character-wise.
You first, Lynn.
I think Skitters is like the rundown area she's very familiar with, but anywhere up like near government, really has no idea what she's doing.
That's fair.
And we'll say that Link is not from Neverwinter, but he is, if with his calling to his temple, he has been relocated here, and he is learning his way around.
So you are currently in the city core, where the main ruling offices are, and the Black Lake district is close to where you are in a general sense, right? Because it's just east of here from and protect, like you're not quite in you're not right in Protector's Enclave. You're a little bit southwest of that, so you need to go across the river and towards the city, northeast towards the city wall, towards the northwest towards the city wall and towards the lake. The Black Lake district is not great. The Black Lake district is mostly intact buildings, but it's been one of the hardest hit districts from the variety of the cities of various problems that have been happening in the city. There are a bunch of like very damaged areas of the city, and it is, in addition to having a known problem with zombies, it's just like there's an infestation in the district where other people have an infestation of like rats. There's an infestation of zombies. It's a problem. It's also known to be the home of the headquarters of the Nashers. The Nashers are the rebel group against Lord Neverwinter. And I put quotation marks on that because it's pretty well known that the Nashers don't. Public claims of of rebellion are a cover for their criminal enterprise. Would they like to get rid of Lord Neverwinter? Yes, but mostly because he's involved in preventing them from being able to do their smuggling and or various other nefarious deeds in public. So, there's also a bunch of, alchemy problems that are mutating the zombies that are known to exist in the Black Lake district. It's not good. And Lord Nasher is part of the problem. But because of this, I need someone to make me a survival check to see if you can find your way around. And then the next question is going to be, how are you entering the Black Lake district? Are you what are you doing?
How good's your survival skills, Skitters?
Pretty good. About 5.
All right. Same here. Why don't you go ahead?
All right, let's do it. 11.
Well, 11's not bad. I mean, you're inside the city, so you can make your way through the city to find the Black Lake district. It's not that hard. But once you're in the district, there are a number of buildings that have been torn down. There's a lack of easily navigable streets. Lord Nasher's determination to prevent anyone from finding anything by banning maps of the Black Lake district have caused greater problems, right? Like,
Hmm.
and there's a smell that's just coming off of everything. The
Hmm.
lake itself isn't. It's like, Neverwinter is on the river. Actually, the river divides the city, and it empties the city. The river runs east-west and divides the city into a northern and southern portions. And
Yeah.
the river empties into the harbor, so the sea is to the west. You can smell in some places the salt water. The Black Lake is a lake. It is a freshwater lake that's had generations of alchemists dump shit into it.
Technically fresh water, not fresh. Probably not much left.
Not much left.
It's fresh, but not
Do not
very
drink
fresh
from
at this
do
point.
not drink from the.
Do not drink from this. Don't fall in it. It's probably bad. It smells. There's sewage that you can see in the streets. There's no basic infrastructure. The roads, what was paved in the core or in the Protector's Enclave, is gone. Like, there are cobblestones here or there. There's a bunch of them are broken, and they're a major trip hazard. OSHA would look at this entire district and go, condemned. Just straight condemned.
Yeah, there's probably people that were in the head district. Like, why does this tiefling smell like that? And it's like, as you walk into it's like, oh, okay.
It's not great.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are living here, unfortunately. A large number of them have been economically depressed, but also in positions where they can't really get out because of the zombies and the gnashers and the dead rats. By the way, dead rats is not just a term for, like, dead rats, but also a major criminal enterprise that's kind of like occasionally competes with and occasionally assists the gnashers. It's complicated.
Yeah, there's nothing linked that hates more than rats for multiple reasons.
Oh, so many rats here.
So you can make your way into the district, and then you have to find the Vulgar Duck, which has a sign of a giant goose. So how are you going to go about that?
All right. Well, we can ask people and make ourselves an easy mark among all these people, or we
No,
can
don't
just
ask
try
anybody.
to look. Yeah,
They'll send you someplace, and then they'll grab you and take your stuff
exactly.
all the time.
And I don't want anyone getting a hold of my holy relics. So I guess we just gotta explore around and see what we can find.
Indeed. So you can make anyone who wants can make an investigation check.
All right, my turn. Ooh, not good. Actually, a nat one.
Ones.
Ones.
Oh no. Okay. Well.
So as you start to look around the city or this district to try and find where you can find a tavern with the sign of a giant duck hanging out the front of it, you start asking around or looking around, but your looking around kind of becomes a little bit obvious. You kind of stand out. It's the chainmail that looks like an apron, right? Like, you look too put together for the neighborhood.
You need to look like Skitters if you want to be.
Yeah, probably.
Want to blend in.
Skitters can probably blend in a little bit better here. The looking less like that is not so great. So after a few minutes, you begin to move towards what you think should be the area of the district that's going to have these what would be, any of these inns or taverns that but you are not going in the right direction. And eventually you come instead of going down to the street, you end up going through a little alleyway and twisting around and then open on to the lakeside, which, as it's described, is a stretch of beachside property that became a cesspool of sludge that emerged from the lake itself. And it's sticky. So now you've kind of got that stench on you. It's gonna make you make persuasion checks at a disadvantage at this point until you can get that cleaned off.
All right, to clear off the stench, Link is going to reach to his belt, grab his container of holy fluid and all that, pour some of that on his index finger. It's not holy water. It's kind of a syrupy kind of thing, and he's just going to do it under his nose because what it is holy maple syrup, and he's going to have that there so he can smell the maple syrup instead of the stench around him to help him be able to focus a little bit better. And more importantly, to mask the stench.
It's very important to mask the stench, at least from your end.
And he'll offer some to Skitters as well.
What's that?
Oh, it's my holy maple syrup. It's helping to cover up the stench of everything around us here. I can just anoint a little bit of it under your nose, and it'll make it a little bit easier to breathe around this section.
She'll reach out her hand.
All right. He will place a couple of drops on her finger and say, "Here you go, in the name of the waffle, the bacon, and the maple syrup." And he puts several drops of it on your finger so you can anoint yourself with it.
So then she'll just immediately just like,
Not exactly the core intention, but that'll work.
A little bit of like, you make the immune system strong,
Mm-hmm.
Touch.
Wait, did you lick it?
Yes.
Cool. Roll me a wild magic surge as you, a wild magic sorcerer, has just ingested holy blessed ointment.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, but let's see. D100. 27.
Where did my time go? The table just closed on me. What do we got? Why does this everything wild magic? 27, you said?
Yeah.
For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of bonus action. That's... Roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Let me see if this stays
Destructive.
longer. So a 39. So for the next... Till the end of the next combat, your casting time that is... What is it? Till the end of the next combat, the spells with a casting time of 1 action are a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll hold on until you enter combat, and then that minute will start at the beginning of the combat.
I think it's like one of those things where like it's not necessarily visible, but you kind of sense like the air pressure either like gets like a little higher, like around there, like you kind of feel a little bit like it's a little unsettling. You just listen. She'll look at you like she'll ask you to eat. So it's like, thanks.
May the blessings of Maplelonia be upon you.
It's very good.
Indeed, it is very good. Well, now you're blessed.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still in Lakeside, so it's going to take you probably a couple more hours of wandering around before you find the Vulgar Duck Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, when you look at it, the outside, you're not quite sure how you missed it. It must have been like the way you were looking at the building, or you kind of were distracted by something else. But there is literally a 10-foot tall Canadian goose as the sign, neck outstretched, looking like it's about to honk, as the sign for this tavern on the outside.
Before we go inside, Link's gonna put on his oven mitt gauntlets and reach down and grab some dirt from the ground and rub that on his chainmail apron. So that way he looks a little bit dirty and doesn't quite stand out as much as he has been as we walk in.
I mean, that sounds like a plan, and if I can get through this entire session without getting stuck in the same accent that Hawkeye has, we will win. I don't think it's likely, but we will try. And as you kind of approach from the outside, it opens into like this, there's a like a warehouse slash stables to your right, and then it opens into the door to this large kind of party kind of atmosphere that's been going on in this space. That is, there are lights, it's warm, there are hold please, you can smell edible food, kind of like hearty. Let me phrase that. Link would not think it's edible. It doesn't smell great, but it's, it smells. You can smell bread. You can
It doesn't
smell
kill you.
stew.
It doesn't kill you when you eat it, so that's a step up.
It doesn't kill you, and it is a type of, you would say, more likely like hearty stew of various generic meat. Don't ask where the meat came from.
You just dump stuff in there. It's it makes us it's like a Ferrero stew. If a Ferrero stew was like
They're a
more
motley
more
crew making
suspect.
they're a motley crew making a motley stew. It sounds like.
Pretty much. And I can do zoop that, and then doop. And you come into the door. There is a very prominent, you can see a number of tables out there. As you walk into the door, there's a dwarf bard playing some sort of stringed instrument. Kind of looks like a cross between a banjo and a guitar. The sound's a little weird. Made it himself, obviously. Off to your left, close to the fire, kind of playing through there. To your right, there's a table with a trio of obvious knights, right? Like, these are guys who are still in full plate armor. They've taken their helmets off, and all three of them are human. One is female presenting, the other two are maybe masculine presenting, most likely. They all kind of are seated together. They look very uncomfortable. There are a bunch of other like fighters in here that look more natural. A couple of them still have armor on, but they're into the vibe, having some drinks, or shoveling as much food into their mouth as possible, kind of level of expended a lot of energy. There is to your right hand corner, there are a couple dwarves having a arm wrestling contest, which one of the barmaids is watching kind of hesitantly, mostly because when a dwarven arm wrestling contest can get out of control, it ends up with broken furniture. And the table is probably worth more than the dwarves are for what they're paying for whatever they're eating. There is a couple other people around, but all of them kind of like seem to be kind of listening to the music, but not really into perhaps what they're doing. They're focused on themselves. They don't really, it's not like it's a vibe, right? It's a dive bar in the worst part of town, but the music's pleasant and the company could be worse.
Yeah, no one's trying to shake you down yet. No one's holding a knife. It's great. This is think Skitters will kind of crane out her neck and just kind of stick her head up, and it's like, and she'll kind of like gesture at the three,
I think those are
and she'll point back at Link, just like, it looks like
those
you.
are the ones we're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they might talk to you more than they would talk to me. They would think maybe I'm trying to get money or trying to scam them, so maybe it's better off that you talk to them. I'll just
All right.
keep an eye out of things.
Sounds good. All right, so Link will wander his way over to where the 3 knights are.
I'm just putting nameplates
Okay, thanks.
on people,
Thank you.
So you should now be able to move your tokens wherever you wish. The very
Nice.
generic tokens that they are. I'm sorry. So yeah, the 3 knights. One of them is very obviously older, lighter skinned, gray hair, kind of grizzled. Makes eye contact as you come over, Link, and nods questioningly. The other 2 are very obviously looking around the room, right? Like, you could not make it more obvious that these 3 don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
They look even less in place here than I do, in other words.
Yeah.
Yes, because you at least came here intentionally. And you nominally wanted to be here, right? Like, your wanting to be here is predicated on the fact that you're meeting somebody, but you did intentionally choose this location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Skitters is going to kind of split off from Link and just kind of go north into the thing, past the bar, and then kind of make her way to that table, just to kind of get a look at the others around.
Roll me. What are you looking for? An insight or a perception?
Just like if there's anybody watching them.
Okay, so perception.
Also, she's grabbing unattended food. Like.
Okay, roll me perception first, and then sleight of hand.
Okay. 22.
22 for the insight, and a crit for the sleight of hand.
It's what's important to the Skitter. So this is what she performs the best at.
So the the perception is you can determine that a number of people are looking around here and paying attention to you. Less to you in a specific sense, and more to you because you are the person actively who just came in the door and are walking around, right? Like,
yeah,
you seem to be moving in a, like, so the people who are paying attention to you are looking up and paying attention to you because you're new, and not because they're looking for you in particular. There doesn't seem to be anybody, actively in this moment concerned with
I think
you as an entity.
Yeah.
And any food that you want is now in your possession.
Yeah, she just has like sandwiches and like probably like a thing of like that stew and whatever like little like half-eaten stuff that she has. But I think what she's mainly looking for is anyone that like is paying like kind of like there's a certain amount of attention if you're like casing someone or like doing a mark on someone. And she's just doing like kind of like a patrol, and then she'll head back to Link.
No one in particular.
She has like she sits down and she has like a she's like like grabbing some food like under her cloak and just has like just random stuff.
Link.
I think we're.
Yeah, sorry. Go.
I think she'll look at Link and she'll be like, I think we're okay.
All right. Link will walk up and say to all 3 of them, "Blessings to y'all in the name of Mapleonia. Hope your night is going well."
The obviously older looking knight makes eye contact with you, shakes his head, and the young female, obviously the only one who's obviously female presenting, she's kind of sitting like next to him and across from where you're standing, and she looks at you and goes, you can see this moment of where she's trying to like go through all of the pantheons to place Mapleonia, and takes a moment and is just like, I can't right now. Great. You're from the temple?
Yes, we've been sent here by the temple to help facilitate the delivery of these tomes that you all are carrying with you.
Not so loud. We don't want anybody to overhear.
He's... Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll keep my voice down. How's this?
That is much better. Link, roll me an insight check.
Sure. Would love to. Insight. Ah, it's one of my better ones.
14.
Good thing it was.
It's not that hard. The older male presenting individual to the left kind of makes that slight eye contact with you and rolls his eyes at this woman knight. Very obvious of the level of, this is an old non-com who's having to deal with a young officer and is like, yeah. The only way this is gonna get fixed is when she does something that gets stabbed, and then eventually we'll change her mind. It's an entire vibe. This is an E9 looking at an O1 and going, why the hell am I here? Oh, to knock the shiny off of you. That's why I'm here. But as, you know, she kind of lets, yes, of course. Thank you. Where's the rest of you?
It's myself and my compadre here. We're the team that's been sent to work with you.
Why is there not like a full battalion to guard these things? And I feel very uncomfortable. And like, she told you to not make a scene, but she's leaning into beginning to make a scene. Like, and the other maybe male presenting, but you're not 100% sure. And this close, you realize that they're not human. They're actually half-elf. It's the ears, right? They can hide them subtly in the longer hair. Darker-skinned knight who's like to your right and is seated across from the old guy who's like, why am I here? Kind of like reaches out to calm this speaker down. They kind of she just kind of brushes them off. And there's a moment where you see this older knight non-com go, because yes, an entire battalion wouldn't draw massive amounts of attention to what we're doing. Like you are, right now. Beat, sir. Right, like that long pause, just long enough to be insubordinate, but then says sir, so it's not actually insubordination. That fine line a good nom-com can work.
Plus, I kind of think there might have been some budgetary restraints in place as well, so we're here.
Fine. Upstairs, come with me. And she will lead you, and she'll turn to look at the other two knights who are with her, and point at the old guy and say, stay here and watch the door. And you watch the bar. Like, it's very obvious this is her first official command, and
first command.
Maybe isn't the best prepared, but she will lead you up the stairs as you go and into the hallway. There are 3 rooms on the hall, and she knocks on the door of the first one at the top of the stairs, and a small, like, scout and I mean small, probably halfling scout kind of peeks out, shakes their head to kind of indicate, and just no interruptions. No one's here. Obviously the lookout who's been on the second floor, trying to maintain, you know, some semblance of
Trying to keep things covert.
yeah, trying to keep things covert, but also trying to you know, be the lookout, right? Like make sure that nobody gets by them through the upstairs. And according to them right now, there's nobody here. And at the other end of the hall, she will lead you down the hall, boop 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 boop, boop, and knock twice, and then play shave and haircut on the door of the end hall, and get a response. And this young looking human kind of pokes their head out. Oh, good. You're here. And there's this bright looking eyes, and you're like, how did you get banned from the Protector's Enclave in the city core? You're tiny. So, here, and just goes to hand the two of you this bag that they've been carrying. It's like a satchel, just simple backpack kind of thing.
Link will reach out and grasp the straps.
And what is Skittles doing?
She's just kind of like looking at the as Link is kind of looking has the bag. I think she's gonna just kind of look at it. It's like she just kind of wants to make sure it's 4 books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first thing Link's gonna do is he's gonna open the backpack up to get a count of how many books are in here, so that he knows how many things he's actually bringing. So that way, when he makes it there, he can make sure nothing's been taken along the way.
There are 4 books. 3 of them are kind of battered, random, generic leather that's kind of worn, and one is a heavy gray leather with kind of like red embossing on it and slightly metallic sheen on it. And can I get an answer? Yeah, hi. I'm assuming, does an 11 hit, Link, and does a 10 hit Skitters?
No.
Cool. We need a change in music, because... two individuals pop out of the rooms on the 2nd floor. And go shoot with their... They both shoot with their... What the heck? There we go. That's what happened. Shoot with their hand crossbows first, and then attempt to make attacks with their short sword on both of you. This one is a crit on Link.
Okay.
And then, because they have advantage because of hiding, and an 8 is not going to hit Skitters.
Skitters. Skitters will like dart around at the drop of a hat if something sounds like something startles her, so she's just kind of like, she's more apt to like just on instinct just kind of zip around.
Yep. So you're going to take 12 because it's a crit. Link.
Yeah.
You're going to take 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need a con save.
Okay. Hang on. Ooh.
That is a fail. You
Not
take
good.
24 poison damage.
Oh, jeez.
24.
Yes.
And with
Oh.
that, Link falls to the ground like a bunch of sausage links drop to the floor.
Is he unconscious or dead? Dead.
I don't think
Just
he's dead. I
just
think...
unconscious. He's not dead.
Cool. You have 3 potions on you, Skitters.
Yep.
But that's their surprise round. And so you're unconscious. We're gonna put a little there on you. There you go. And the priest, it is kind of as if they're going to close the door, just hide in there. The knight is going to turn around and attempt to go after the one who just stabbed Link in the back, and puts a shout out to the scout that was in the help, we're being attacked, bring everybody, weapons, a help. She's maybe not making the best choices, but you know, whatever. So that summons we're now adding the scout to the turn order. Link, it's your turn as we're popcorning this.
Okay. So I need to do a
Death save.
death save. Is that okay? Here we go. I was looking for the button here.
1 success.
1 success.
There you go. You're not dead yet.
Not yet.
Skitters.
All right. Is that thing still happening? Do you still have was it the bonus action spell thing? Is that still active?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Skitters, she's Blink. Just go down. She is going to do the all fours kind of run. Just straight to. You know what? She's going to you know what? She heard the soldier say like get alert everyone. So you know what? We'll do this instinctually. She's gonna do shatter like get these two.
Cool. What's the dimensions for shatter again?
I think 10 foot.
So you
Spear.
can put it right in between them, then you'll only hit them, and you won't hit your downed companion.
Yeah, that's mostly. I would rather hit myself than hit my dog companion. So yes. All right, so that's let's cast shatter. Yeah, this is like she needs to defend charges, and also she is taking the order to alert everyone very seriously. So it's shatter time. Come on, these two.
Nice and subtle.
Very subtle, incredibly subtle. 12 points. If they make a, I think it's a con save.
Yeah, con save.
Con save. Oh yeah. Well, this will be interesting. Boop, boop. One, 2 failures.
All right.
So 12 points of thunder damage.
I'm pretty sure this wall right here is not doing great.
Yeah, the wall only has 10 hit points. It shatters. It's gone.
Like explosion. You see. And then Skitters is gonna run on all fours toward Link. She's going to take her healing potion. And where does Link keep the maple syrup? Because she likes that.
It's in a hard glass bottle attached to his belt.
Yeah, so she'll kind of do the thing of like administering the health potion and then just kind of a little bit like of the maple syrup in there. And she'll have a little bit of herself, you know. It's good. It's good stuff. It's holy. It's it's blessed, so actually good.
So you're gonna take another shot of the holy water, or holy maple syrup?
Yeah, why not? It's right here.
All right, so you're roll me,
just like
roll me a D100.
She loves the maple syrup. She loves it.
Roll me a D100. 67.
After all, she is the goddess of culinary sweetness.
So, I'm going to let you complete your action, whatever you were doing for
Yeah,
Link at the moment, and then that
yeah.
reaction will happen.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's funny. Oh, that's
Because I
there's
like
so
it.
many people. There's so many people around her. This is
Exactly.
great. This is like
So, for what specifically were you doing for Link? Are you giving him?
I am administering the health potion.
Okay, so it's a standard health potion, which is. Oh God, what is it? It's
2d4?
two.
Not counting any bonuses that you might have.
Can I dump
Yeah.
more than one?
Not as an action. No.
Damn it! Just like, oh, they're
But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. As long as he wasn't.
yeah. Yeah, you want him a little more tipped off. But yes, what I am using one of my health potion. That's fine.
Yeah. So. Oh, hold on. It's not called that. It's called a healing potion.
Potion of healing.
Potion of healing.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4.
Right? That's the common. Yes.
Bless you.
There we go. That was fast.
So 2d4 plus 2.
So, do you roll it, or does Lynn roll it, or do I roll it?
Whoever wants to roll it.
I think you should roll. It's your How do you react to this health potion?
Okay. So 6 plus 2 would be 8.
That gets you back to 8. That's not bad. And now you are conscious, prone, and Skitters is kind of leaning over you.
Mm-hmm.
You dead?
I'm still. The rumors of my death are still a little bit exaggerated.
So
I think she'll nod because I think also maybe there's a little bit of ringing because she was right next to the thing too when it.
So as you then nod and look up, the individual who had been like, you know, you would kind of cast shatter at, shaking their head and is just kind of gesturing and making a large motion. And as you look up, you are now frightened of him for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
This individual right here.
Mm-hmm.
But you've used your movement, your action, and your bonus action, so you don't compelled to move yet.
Yeah, she has like these big, like, you know, the fully black eyes. They just get real big, like baby seal, like large. Just like she's like, oh no, I'm terrified. Like,
oh no, I'm scared. Then Link is not. She moved. Oh, the scout came in, and he's gonna try and fire on the one of the guys in the back with a 24 is going to hit. That's good. So hit him, and you take 6. No, excuse me. 7 piercing damage. Cool. So he takes 7 piercing damage. He's still very healthy, unfortunately. Well, he's looking a little damaged at the moment.
mm-hmm.
Still upright, but getting damaged. So he's a little rough. And this guy is also a little. I'm just putting red dots on the 2 that are the bad guys at the moment. Cool. So that's them. Their turn.
Uh-oh.
So the one you're frightened of, Skitters, is gonna try and stab you.
This one right here, this guy right here.
Yes, that one right there.
Okay, yeah. All right.
He gonna try and stab you.
Okay.
It just retake the first one. 15. Does 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Cool. You take 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the threat has injured me, and you know what? Skitters is acting on, that urchin instinct. She is going to bite him. So that's going to be burning hands.
As your reaction?
That's my hellish rebuke. Yeah, I mean, sorry, hellish rebuke. Yeah.
Hellish rebuke. Go for it, and then you have to make your con save.
Yeah.
So burning hands as your.
Or not burning hands, or always hellish rebuke. Yeah.
Go for your hellish rebuke.
Yeah. 14 points of damage if he makes a dex save.
Oh. Do you really want him to make a dex save?
Sure. I mean, it's gonna be it'll be half.
Yeah.
But they probably have a pretty good dex.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not thinking. This is like,
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm just saying it's like he crit.
Okay, crits. Oof. Okay, that crits out of the way. That's at least, that's something.
Just remind you that you have an advantage on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then con save.
And then con save. You need to make a con save. He is going to take 7 of that damage.
Okay.
Well, no, he's not going to take any of it because he succeeded on the. Sorry.
Wait, I thought it was half. It was.
No,
Half.
evasion.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. He has evasion. Okay, that's good to know. All right, con save.
Mm-hmm. 8.
You know what? Let's.
Skitters.
I am
poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to take 12 points of poison damage.
I'm going to use Tides of Chaos.
Ooh. Wait, can you take an extra reaction?
Oh, is it a reaction to do Tides of Chaos?
Well, because isn't it?
Is it a reaction? Let me just double check.
I could be wrong, but that's what I thought.
No, it's you can make the long rest, but like there's no. I think it's just like an extra out of the thing. It doesn't say on there. It just says when you do it.
Right, it's the sorcerer, right?
Yeah. Once you do so, you must spend long rest time.
Sorcerer, come here, sorcerer.
Man.
Wild magic, sorcery. Tides of Chaos. You can manipulate chaos to give your advantage on 1d20 tests before you roll. Once you do, you must
is it before you roll, or is it?
It's before you roll.
Oh, I don't see.
You know what? Go ahead and I will allow it for this case because we were both confused by what it is. But
okay, so it's before. Okay, so you have a rolling wild magic thing rolling around. So
yeah,
that 20.
So with the 20, you are not poisoned, but you still take 6 points of poison damage.
Yeah, 6 points. Yes, that sounds good. I am like. I bit him on his leg. I'm still on there.
Yes, you're biting him and burning him at the same time. I'm here for
fiery fangs. That's what we got.
Fiery fangs. Link. What you doing?
All right. Quick question. Do either of these two vagabonds have metal armor on them?
I'll let you roll a free investigation.
Okay. Seven.
The only thing that looks metal on them at the moment seems to be the knives they're stabbing you with.
All right. Well, I see this person here who stabbed me and also is going after my friend and compatriot here. So I'm going to reach into one component pouch on my side, pull out some hash browns, reach in the other side, pull out jalapeno peppers, roll them together in my hands and say, hash browns peppered, and I'm going to throw them at him and cast heat metal on his weapon.
Ooh, I love this. Heat metal.
Nice.
So let me launch that.
So fictionally you're throwing food at him. Holy food. She likes.
Somehow I don't think an 8's going to hit.
No, an 8 is not going to hit. Holy metal is a con save. Heat metal is a con save.
Oh, I thought it was an attack.
No, you.
No, I think it's on them.
Oh, okay.
on
I
them.
misread it. I misread it then. Okay, then they've got to make a DC 13 Constitution save.
Any creature in physical contact with the object has to make the con save, or they take 2d8
That-
fire damage.
okay. Mhm.
And then holding or okay, so yeah, until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to. They just take the damage. So
Right,
just take
okay.
2d8 fire damage, and if they want to
Mhm.
keep holding,
Oh,
it, they have
that
to make
okay.
a con save.
Oh, that
they-
roll there's the damage. So they've got
Okay, sweet. They just
fire,
get damage.
8 fire.
Hell yeah.
8 fire damage
Yeah, so they're
Do it.
to his hands.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, and then they have to make a con save to see if they keep hold of it.
Right.
This is gonna be fun. He crit to hold on
damn
to
it.
it.
You know what? If he wants to hold on to it, that's fine.
Yeah, he took.
It's fine.
He took.
Who
3D.
wants to hang on to this burning?
It has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of their next turn.
Yeah.
Then,
And since he's still hanging on to it, I can use bonus actions to keep the burning going.
exactly.
Okay.
Your friendly neighborhood knight is going to stride up and attempt with the big longsword in a confined space to roll a 15, and that just hits. For 4 damage.
Hmm. I mean, it's still damage. Damage is damage.
Damn, points is
Good.
points.
Points is points, but it's still kind of
Trying.
hilarious.
He's
She not
trying.
won that damage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot happening in this like 4 foot in this like 5 foot square.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, a lot's going on. Skitters,
mhm.
your turn.
All right.
You have to
Continue.
move away from everybody. Or no, frightened
I-
only counts for 1 turn, so it's at the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just double check.
Until the end of your next turn. At the start of
All
your
right.
turn, you're still frightened.
Yeah, I can't move forward. But do I actually have to move back?
You have to move away from them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
unfortunately, you're a tiefling and not a halfling, so you can't move through Link's square, so you have to move backwards.
Yeah. You know, it's fine. We'll like Skitters will like release and then like run back this way. Like I think she just doesn't care.
Yep.
And you know what, like fine. She's gonna do the full run. This is like not necessarily like she's still afraid. She's gonna run through. This person doesn't exist.
Yeah, they get to make an attack on you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Just the first one. 24.
Hits. Yeah.
For another 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
How's Skitter's looking?
Skitters is doing okay. Skitters is fine. Skitters is a little beat up, but that's not like necessarily any different than how she usually looks. Like she's not bloody. She's just like scared and like scared and a little deafened and bruised, but she's fine. But then she's going to you know what we're gonna do? We're just going to poison spray this person right here that stabbed me. So we'll do.
Okay. Yeah.
I do not.
And
11.
11 does not.
Does
hit.
not. All right. That is her turn. So but she like spits poison, but it misses.
All right. It is. Oh wait, you're no longer. You no longer are in the death state, so there's that. This guy that you just attempted to spit poison at is gonna try and shoot you.
I'll hiss at him. That's fine. Yeah.
25 to hit
Yeah, 25 hits.
and 7 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And I need another con save.
Oh my god, can't save.
That one you succeed on.
Skitters eats garbage, so good luck poisoning her sufficiently. She drinks the water from the river. That bite is probably doing some real awful things to that guy, though. Like, he's gonna have to...
I'm gonna make you do a roll in the near future.
Yeah.
So that's, but he also is going to try
She has so much poison right now because she got shot twice by the stick.
He's gonna bonus action disengage and move his butt on down the hall. The other way, right by you.
Oh,
To the
okay.
top of the stairs and start going downstairs.
I mean, he can go through that hole if he really wants to.
Yep. At this point, you can hear movement downstairs. And through that hole that you have now created, you can see that there is a kerfluffle happening in the bar.
Mm-hmm. Explosion did happen.
You know, there's a bunch of things going on. And all of them are in the bar. But his buddy, who is up close and personal, is gonna stab the knight. Because the knight's in the way. I'm gonna make... Or not.
You know,
2 9s, that's not gonna go anything.
you know what? That's good because, you know, it probably, like, bodes bad for us if our chargers die. So, you know what? That one's right off that we take this damage.
And then he's gonna disengage.
Oh,
And he's gonna go through the hole.
Oh. Oh.
There is no honor among thieves, y'all.
I mean, no. I mean, not really.
And not for these guys.
Nah.
He's just gonna jump through the hole.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a hole. Thank you. All right. Skitters. Oh no, you had your turn.
I had, yeah, I did. Like,
And then Link. I believe?
Link. Yeah.
All right, Link will first of all do the go for the 2d8 because the guy's still holding the weapon in his hand, the dagger in his hands
Yeah,
that
get
is
him.
red hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go ahead and roll a 2d8 for that,
Yeah, and he just needs to make.
doing another 6 points of damage.
At this point, he will drop it on the ground. Take the damage and drop it.
All right, how far is he from me?
He's jumped the story out the window, so 10 feet. Or 15. Let's say 15.
All right, so I am going to follow.
Yeah.
Try to land there, and
Make me an either acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah.
Just to
because
see
that'll
how...
still getting myself off from prone. I've still got enough movement to get there.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see. Do I want athletics or do I want acrobatics? It doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna go with acrobatics here.
Yeah.
I got at least a point in there. 18.
Hell yeah, nice.
Yeah, you're gonna... It's the more, do you land upright and not prone again?
Right.
Roll. Yep, you land on the stairs next to him.
I land on the stairs, and as I'm landing, I'm pulling out my mace, which doesn't have a ball at the end. It's got a big square at the end with a waffle print pattern, except in the center, it's got a big round knob where the scoop of butter goes. And he's gonna swing at him with the mace.
So you don't have a mace, you have a ball peen hammer.
Kinda, yeah.
That's a waffle pattern ball peen hammer.
Do not fight in the Waffle House.
Don't fight with the Waffle House staff.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. But now we have 2 more friends who are seeing that things are going on and want to go on. However, there's now a full-on bar fight.
That's good. Yep.
As, you know, various individuals have started fighting, and have, you know, moved their ways into, you know, whatever they're doing. So there's a full-on bar fight happening downstairs. This dude, who is going to, had already disengaged, he's going to continue that and, bonus action disengage and move himself out here. He is cutting and running. As he does so, this woman, halfling, older, who is, you noticed earlier, Skitters, very intoxicated.
Yes.
Full on intoxicated. Picks up a staff that's been like lying next to her and goes, "I hate all you horrible gnashers," and just gestures with the staff, and a color spray erupts from her.
God, I love chunk wizards.
In
It's
this
good.
general direction, right? And then color spray is, I need to remember what the drool is. It is. Okay. Yeah. So the way she casts it, it's gonna be 8d10. $52. This guy here, he's blinded. So he becomes blinded by light.
Oh,
Awkward, right? Like, he's blinded, and the way it would go would be this way. He ends up blinded. And so does this random fighter who wasn't really in the fight, was just kind of like leaning back and drinking
oh, that
out
poor
of
guy.
the tankard.
Just like something loud happens, people run, and there's color display, and now you're kind of like,
Man,
He's
I
in
was-
there. He finished his shift guarding the store, guarding the big store that he works at. Came in here for a bump and a beer, and now all of a sudden he gets hit by this color spray.
Yeah, he's like, man, what the f- is going on? Indeed. And then these two are gonna try and engage. Your knight is also gonna jump out of the window and kind of come here and attempt to make a 17 will hit this time. For 6 damage. This dude is looking rough. You know, he is looking rough here. But now the fight has gotten bigger. This guy is going to come up to the dwarf is going to come up to this older knight. This fighter, who wasn't really involved in anything, is just going to come down and start wailing on this other knight. They're engaged and won't be part of any fight at the moment. Your scout is running down the stairs to try and get involved and is going to try and stab this dude. And miss with a 7. Oh no, he's flanking. He is so flanked.
He gets advantage. He's
Gets
flanking.
advantage. And still misses. He's a spy. He's a scout ranger. You want him to be from a distance anyways.
They were complaining about us not being adequate help.
Yeah, pretty much. Skitters.
all right. So we have these two making a run for it.
This
Skitters.
one and this one.
He's so
These other two are. I'm gonna put them in blue. They're combatants, but they're part of the bar fight at this point, right?
Yeah.
They're engaging with the other two knights, and have engaged the other two knights in melee, so that they can't
Okay.
be of help at the moment.
That's
But
fine.
the
These two
red
stab
dots
me.
are running.
Yeah, these two stab me. So like, yeah, extra anger.
Among other
So
reasons. Yep.
yeah, so Skitters is gonna stand in front of the hole and she's gonna hold out her hand and it's just gonna summon a just a pulsating kind of like kaleidoscopic like ball of light, and she's gonna throw it at this one, but then it splits and it's gonna go toward the other one. So I am twin spelling chromatic orb.
There you go.
And I have advantage on the other one of them because one of them is blind, right?
Yeah, one of them's blind.
All right. So first roll is for the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
Where is chromatic orb? Yeah. You know, it's gonna be acid. Sure, why not? 26.
He needs to make a save, right?
Nope, it's chromatic orb is a
Oh, chromatic orb, yeah.
it's an attack.
It's an attack. Yes, your 26 will definitely hit. Sorry, I just thought, like, wait, 26 damage? No, that's not right.
Let me just there it was. 18.
Ooh.
So he is dead. Is the
Yeah,
answer that you want there?
Yeah.
Boop. He gone.
Dead. All right, so it's the other guy. Roll twice.
Mhm.
Oops. $16 and 10. So 16.
So the 16 will hit.
Okay.
Barely, but it just hits.
16 acid damage.
He is looking rough.
Yeah.
And
She's gonna hop down. Then she's gonna hop down the body and just kind of make her way. Like.
Oh, you're gonna land on the body. This is even better.
Yeah.
As you do it, you hear this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you make me a dex save? And Link, can you make me a dex save? And the knight is gonna fail because of the way they are located. But
Nope, 6.
8.
There's a lot of 8s. There's a lot of sub 10s.
Yeah, sub 10s. So far, everybody is falling prone as the stairs collapse under the weight of everybody jumping on them, the acid damage to the stairs that happens with this chromatic orb, and the fall of Skitters onto this dead body, which gives it even more weight. So you are all prone. This other fighter who is involved in the bar fight side of things, let's see what they do.
It's serious now. There's structural
Of course, they
damage
stay on
happening.
their feet.
They save and kind of like because take advantage of that to kind of like come around and just full on attempt to miss. You know, they save, go for the stab, and then just swing over and fall over at the same time, right? It's that level of.
I mean, they're locals. They know that stairs was probably not great in the first place, and they should watch themselves on it.
They knew that the stairs weren't great, and so they were like. The only problem for them is that they knew that the stairs were going to go, so they were kind of balanced for it. But at the same time, they were making their sword attack, and that collapse of the sword, stairs was just like, I'm balanced, so I'm not going to fall prone, but I still miss on my attack. And so everybody over here in these stairs is now prone. In the stairs of what remains of the stairs, so you're going to have to take an action to get out. And we're going to take a break right now. And go and take a break and stretch, bio, do all those good things. This is our little intermission, and then we will be back shortly. But while we're here, I'll do my spiel in a minute. So give us a few, everybody. So hey everybody, thank you again for playing or along as we have all of these shenaniganries. Please, we are here raising money for the Fisher House Foundation. We are currently at $245 of our $1,000 goal. We are into game 2, and that seems like a pretty good place to start, but we really do need to raise some more money to support these wonderful cause. Fisher House provides care, housing, and support for veterans and their families while those veterans and or members of their families are receiving treatment at VA or DoD hospitals around the country and around the world. They're a great institution that provides a lot of really great help. They're great people. I really support them. I grew up in the as a military brat, and because of that, I am very familiar with some people that needed to use the benefits of Fisher House, and we were really lucky that I didn't have that. No one in my family had to, but people we knew did. They're a really wonderful organization. They are really great people, and they want to do as much good as they possibly can. So we want to kind of help them to support them during Veterans Day. You can also support them to give advantages or advantages to either me or the players, crit successes to either me or the players, or make things worse. Because there's already one make things worse in play. Might be another. And there's still a boss fight that could happen for this game. If you donate, we also want this playing a battle of the branches. We want to know which branch is the best and why is it Coast Guard. Donate. Vote as part of the donation. There's an incentive on the poll. And when you do your donation, you click the poll button. Vote for which branch should win the Battle of the Branches. I can tell you right now, for some unknown, absurd, possible reason, right? Like, just don't understand, right? Right? These things that are unknown to mankind, and why this is so, as of right this second, for some unknown, ungodly reason, the army is winning in the overall Battle of the Branches. Luckily, Coast Guard is winning in ours. But, I should also say that Space Force has 0 votes at the moment, so I guess theoretically you could vote for them. I don't know. Anyways, help us raise some money and do some good work for everybody. We appreciate each and every one of you. And if you can't actually donate, we understand. It is hard. Times are tough and finances are straight. But even if you can't donate, share the link around and now push these to a number of people. Hammer at your friends and family and share it around and get them to donate. We appreciate each and every one of you and everything that you all are doing to help support us. So we'll be back in about 3-4 minutes, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. As we see what else can go wrong at this bar in Neverwinter. Hello everyone, welcome back. We hope you're refreshed, you stretched, you bioed, you did all those good things and are ready for part 2 of game 2 of this wonderful, wonderful charity stream to support Fisher House Foundation. And one of my wonderful players has a wonderful announcement to share with you all because they are absolutely fabulous and are so kind and wonderfully to donate their time and their craft to this great cause. So, Hawkeye, would you like to share with the audience what that announcement
All right,
is?
as some of you may or may not know, I run Diet Water Productions. That's what I call my streaming service, but that's also the name of my Etsy shop where I make customized GM screens for people. And on occasion for charity things like this, I will give away a customized GM screen for based on whatever parameters the person wants to do. And what we're going to do, I believe it's going to be a randomized drawing of everyone who donates, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone who has donated through the course of the 2 days between today and tomorrow.
So normally when I do this, I donate either the 4-panel screen, which is 4 wood panels that fold together to form a book, or the 3-panel one that is either single block that you can use, or I can construct it so you can have a tablet that you put in facing to you, the GM, and using that as a resource as well as being able to hang stuff on the 2 side panels. But because I believe in Fisher House so much, I'm going to add a different additional proviso to this. Our current goal is 1,000, right, Prex?
Our current goal is $1,000, and we are at $245 of that goal.
If we hit 1,500, I will not only do that, I will also throw in the high level model that I make, which is a GM screen with a computer monitor built inside so you can broadcast images to the players. So if we hit 1,500, you can get any one of those 4 models. If we don't, then we're still going to give away a GM screen. We just won't give away the one with the monitor inside. So if you wanted a little bit more incentive to donate, I have just given you one.
A fabulous incentive. And when we get to the end of this game, I will pull out the one that Hawkeye made me that is absolutely gorgeous and is sitting over there, too far away for me to manually reach in 30 seconds. But
and also, if you're looking for one either for yourself or a great Christmas gift for your forever GM, if you don't win, you can still order one, and I'm going to, if you put in for the coupon code Fisher, you will get a 15% discount, and that 15% discount will go towards Praxis grand total here on the donations to Fisher House.
So thank you for everybody here. Donate if you can, and if not, support Hawkeye, because Hawkeye does great, wonderful things and makes pretty art that is useful for GMs. So, back into the Vulgar Duck Tavern, which is not a duck, it is a goose, and is currently laboring under a bar fight. Our heroes are currently prone in the remains of a staircase. And I, the GM, have both good news and bad news. The good news is someone, my mother, was kind to everyone at the end of last stream right as we were wrapping up. The bad news is someone, my mother, was also kind to me, the GM, right as we were wrapping up the last session. So I rolled that over into this session.
Lucky us.
Lucky you. So, first thing that's going to happen is, as the two of you are kind of trying to scramble out of the remains of the staircase and stand up, one of you, call it when heads or tails. Odds or evens, I should say. I can't hear you.
You said odds.
Okay, odds.
I am muted.
Odds.
Odds, yes.
Odds. So, this actually makes sense. Our wild magic sorcerer will discover something in the remains of the
Remains of the melted.
Of the collapsed staircase. And I just closed something I didn't want to, but that's okay. That's okay. I can fix that. Is a magic item.
Cool.
And I have it. That's not what I want. Why is it? D&D Beyond. You did not make life easier for any of us when you did things. And I just need... Cool. Random roll. D roll. That's what my problem is. I closed the wrong tab. I have too many tabs open. It fundamentally bothers me. I am not like some people who can have 50 billion tabs open and not...
That is mean.
No, cannot happen.
That's what's happening right now.
346. Oh, this is so on brand.
The dice have spoken.
Uh-oh.
The dice have spoken.
Mapleonia has blessed us.
Question mark. But it's on brand. It works for Skitters. Skitters, you move your hands around as you're trying to like scramble your way up, and you brush across something that's in the collapsed wall, and you pull it out, and it looks like a set of panpipes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is... I'm just going to tell you because this is great and I can't even, and I'm just going to allow this because it works for me. These are pipes of the sewers.
Good. Yeah, hell yeah.
These pipes have 3 charges. If you play the pipes as an action, you can use a bonus action to expend 1 to 3 charges, calling forth one swarm of rats with each expended charge, provided that enough rats are within half a mile of you.
Oh, there's tons of rats here.
Oh, yeah,
there's so many rats. There's so many rats.
So many rats, and I'm going to share that with my chat right here.
Oh my god!
In our chat. Technically, you have to be proficient in wood pipes, but you're a wild magic sorcerer. You're automatically proficient. While you're attuned, ordinary rats and giant rats
like,
are
I
different
can
to
commune.
you, and will not attack you unless you threaten or harm them. If there aren't enough rats for a swarm, the charge is wasted. Called swarms move towards the music by the shortest available route, but aren't under your control otherwise. The pipes regain 1d3 expended charges each day at dawn. Whenever a swarm of rats that isn't under another creature's control comes within 30 feet of you while you are playing the pipes, you make a charisma check contested by the swarm's wisdom check. If you lose the contest, the swarm behaves as it normally would and can't be swayed by the pipes for the next 24 hours. If you win, they're become yours. They're friendly to you. The friendly swarm obeys your commands. You get a set of pipes to swarm and swarm of rats. In the Black Lake district of Neverwinter. Have any of you played Neverwinter? The MMORPG?
Yes. There's
How many rats are within spitting depths of the Black Lake district? By the way, Neverwinter is actually kind of fun, and I'm almost feeling the urge to re-download it again.
These are her people.
You now have a means to summon giant rats.
How long? It doesn't say how long are the rats swayed by you. Does it say? They will be forever with us.
A friendly swarm obeys your commands. If you issue no commands to a friendly swarm, it defends itself but otherwise takes no actions. The friendly swarm starts to turn and can't hear the pipes of music. Your control over that swarm ends, and the swarm behaves as it normally would and can't be swayed by it. So basically, while you're playing.
Cool. Excellent. I will not stop.
Yes.
It's like rats forever. Okay.
You are now the Pied Piper, the wild magic Pied Piper of rats. I want you to know, everyone, that only restriction I put on the table to do that was the grade of magic item, right? Like, it had to be an uncommon, and that was it. That was the only restriction I put on the table, and what she rolled ended up happening.
My baby.
The
With her
Pied
pipes in
Piper
the
of
sewers.
Neverwinter.
There you go.
My people.
But you guys are still prone trying to get up. Do. Can I close anything? There we go. All right. Meanwhile, back at the yard, our friends who were blinded are no longer blinded because it's only one round. Our friend who is so the other two knights are still engaged with the two locals that they were fighting. Guy making a run for it continues to make a run for it, and he makes it to the door. Our drunken wizard. Remember how I said I also got the blessing of make it worse?
Yes.
I should
love a
actually
drunken wizard.
read for you all the terminology I put on that donation tier. You may donate to add a random event to the game that the players must deal with. We have moved from snafu to foobar. And if you know what those mean, it's in the intake. So, our maid, our wizard, is drunk and pissed.
Not a good combination for a wizard to have.
Yeah.
No, not a good combination to have for a wizard to have at all. And our drunk and our intoxicated and displeased wizard is not a perhaps low-level wizard as one might expect, and
Just as strong. Never got the publicity that Mordecai get, and has always been upset because of that afterwards.
Or just, the general problem of being a wizard in that kind of space. I need one of you to roll me a D100.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah, go. Roll.
66. Yes. Don't like the sound of that.
Yes.
Unfortunately for you all, this is a very traditional D&D wizard. They say, fuck it, I cast Fireball.
Hell yeah.
If all else fails.
Fuck it, I cast Fireball. Which is a 20-foot sphere.
Yeah, that's gonna be most of our buddies.
Yeah, it's gonna be
most of the room.
That's fine.
It's gonna just be most of you all. It's
yeah.
Fine.
Shields up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a lot of people. That's most Basically, of it. That's everybody. That's the stair area. That's the entire stair area. Like everyone in this thing.
Yeah, it's just generally the location of where the problems have been originating, right?
Yeah.
So Alright, so if we put it here. Haha! There we go.
Oh, this place is messed up now.
That's
on
everybody.
Fire. That's everybody.
Yeah. That's
everybody got the guy, but the guy running away.
It almost got whoever's in this room. It almost got them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It came very close.
Yep. So
So tell me, Prax, what do I need to roll before I die?
Oh no. Link. No.
So
no, Link.
You do have an option.
We still have an advantage. I think so.
You do have an advantage on the table for a player that you can use. Because that's a thing. And I will let you, because you're still getting up, attempt to have one bonus action as you stand up before this goes off.
Who? Which?
And, either of you.
Looking
You
for
should.
something.
I could do something, but you need to like. I think it would be better for you to get out.
Yeah, because Link is gonna need to do what he can to get out of range and get his shield up. And I don't really have any spells that'll prevent any
Yeah.
of this.
So the other option is to just heal yourself and take it, and see if you can succeed.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Let me check something here real quick. Which one is it?
I could also roll really shitty.
I mean, you should never depend on the dice to roll nicely for you. You just gotta go. I mean, it's good if it does.
Prax, refresh my memory. What kind of saving throw is this?
Dex.
Dex.
You should whatever you can do.
Okay,
whatever
crap.
you can
So my channel divinity is not going to work. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to invoke Radiant Soul because unknown to everybody else till now, I am an Aasimar.
Yes.
So I am going to invoke Radiant Soul and fly up above the target zone.
That would
into the roof. Into the roof. Yes.
I mean,
Fly
it's a
to the
2-story
roof.
building. You could probably
Yeah.
do that. It's a 3-story building, so yeah.
I have 30-foot movement on my flight.
So this is a case of everything's going to go off at once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And 10d6 fireball as she upcasts because she's drunk as fuck. I roll crappy. It's only 26 damage, and you have to roll a dex save. So you go Radiant Soul and move up.
Mm-hmm.
Roll the dex save anyways.
Okay.
If you succeed, you take no damage.
Okay.
If you fail, you take 3.
Okay. 4. Okay.
He did not do
Take that.
good.
So 26 damage to Skitters.
Skitters is fire resistant.
But this
Skitters is
bar is
resistant.
not.
Yeah, Skitters. No, the Skitters is doing better than the bar is, and probably better than half these people.
Don't worry. I'm going to be able to return the favor on my next turn.
Skitters has absorbed is for fire and poison so far. Skitters is resilient.
Yeah, so hi. The bar is on fire. This whole area is on fire. Your knight friend who said I was too old for this shit, that was his first problem.
He might be too old. This might be.
He's way too old now.
This is a too old. Well, I mean, he might not be too old because he might be dead. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He succeeds and takes
That's good.
damage.
I mean, that's fair. Good. He knew. He heard the words. He heard the.
Yeah.
He heard the.
He knew
words.
what was coming.
He heard
He
the-
got the. He got the.
He
shield
knows.
up.
He knows what someone conjuring fireballs when they start. What the start of that sounds like.
Yep. He's still alive. His compatriot.
He saw what was coming. He
That
died behind the table and got.
Oh,
the
she
shield
does. She
up.
doesn't know. Which one was it? The young, or was it the scout?
It was
Oh,
the
okay.
Young, it was the young,
Okay.
the young not commander.
She didn't hear shit.
She's fucked up. She's gonna take 26 fire
She
damage.
got-
and
Yeah,
she's still upright, but not
Yeah.
fucked up.
Everybody's.
What is our knight commander? How did they do? 14. Does that beat their DC? No, it doesn't. So
no,
they're gonna
probably
take
not.
26 fire damage and be on fire. Oh yeah, by the way, these people on fire. Our scout, by the way, our scout has proficiency in this and still rolls a
No.
11.
also doesn't know what fireball.
Well, it's also is still getting up out of the collapsed stairs, right?
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
collapsed stairs, getting up, trying to move around, and then just kind of like that. I love this image, like, because his stairs collapsed,
is
and
like-
you're pushing yourself up, pushing the bars away, and he kind of stands up, and just as he stands up, he looks up and goes, "Fuck!" And the fireball erupts over him.
This has been a
He's-
real bad 30 seconds for everyone in this bar.
He's surrounded by kindling. He doesn't have much of a chance.
Nope. The dwarf, our dwarf buddy.
Oh, just drunk. Our drunk dwarf was just like, they made it. Okay.
He's a drunk dwarf. If there's
Yeah,
fire and he's a drunk dwarf, what do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, he's just gonna go through it. He's just gonna.
Marshmallows. And this
Him and-
fighter who is literally like, I hates everybody in the world. Nat
Just
one
fails.
also
Just-
fails and falls prone. They are on fire. They are on fire. Cool. But so is everything in this area.
Hell yeah, the bar is on fire.
The bar is on fire. The fighter who was like, God, what the hell? I was having my dinner, I was having my drink, I was having a chill time, and then I got blinded by this random chromatic orb, and now my bar, like,
He
the
just
bar
needs-
I go
Oh,
to
that's
is
his
on
bar.
fire.
Okay.
No, it's
Like,
not
oh,
that-
okay.
You know, it's the, not mine as in possessive, but mine as this
Yeah,
is
I
my
was
bar.
like, it's like, oh no.
This is his bar that he goes to every night
day.
after work to get a bump and a beer and a meal.
This-
And now everyone's trying to destroy his place.
Mhm.
This person in the corner, like, that's just staying in this room needs to, like, needs to, like, jump out that window.
Yeah, the,
That person is, like, person
this
needs
is
to
the
leave.
bard over here. They're still playing. They've changed music, and now
Good
the
on them.
bard is playing, you know, like appropriate fight music.
yeah, I mean, you should probably...
But this fighter is gonna come over and attempt to knock the wizard out.
You probably should knock the wizard out.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Like, that chromatic orb was fine because no one got hurt, but, like, it's just fireball now, and now you gotta get...
Drunken fireball shenaniganry. And
Holy
crits!
shit. Oh, no.
The wizard
Oh my
is unconscious.
god.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just too drunk to cast shield.
The wizard is unconscious.
Wizard
and,
is like...
And the fighter is very much like just takes the pommel of their sword and just like knocks the wizard in the back of the head, and then as they fall unconscious, picks them up and starts walking out
Yeah,
the
they're
door
big.
with them. You know,
There are
just
big
like,
problems.
It's like we are done. We are going away. I'm getting you out of this bar. I'm making you somebody else's problem, but we're done.
There are more problems than a drunk wizard right now
Exactly.
in this bar.
This guy hasn't moved
He-
at all.
He got blinded and there are explosions happening around him. I think he's like,
Our friendly neighborhood assassin has made it out the door.
yeah.
By the way, he's gone.
It's probably for the best.
You don't see him. He is out the
That's
door
fine.
and gone.
It's a lot of shit.
It's a lot of shit. Fire. Oh wait, you're on fire. Hold on. Fire.
Fire. Oh wait, I'll put that on my thing. It works.
More fire. There we go.
Fire. There we go.
Link is hovering above life, so Link, you're getting the wings to show that you're not part of the problem.
I mean, you're part of the problem. You're just not hurt.
Gonna try to be part of the solution here.
Cool. Our old non-com is like, fuck all y'all. Why am I here? But
Wait,
it's-
I have a question. I have a
Yeah.
question.
I'm not getting paid enough for
Who
putting
has
up
the
with
books?
this. I do.
Okay, good. I'm okay.
Link
The other
does.
reason to get out of the fire, because
Yeah,
I don't know
who
if
has
these
the
books will
books?
burn or not, but
I know for sure Skitters didn't have them, but just wondering where the books.
yeah, I've got them.
But he doesn't know you have the books. So, what is he gonna do?
What's it like? It's each round like 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, 6 seconds.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to happen in like
It's like
Okay.
literally
15, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a minute. I'm gonna generously give it a minute kind of count because things happened upstairs and now things are happening downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Like the stuff that's happening downstairs, that's been in the last 30 seconds or 20 seconds, really. He is gonna try and knock this dude out and then shout up to the priest, to get out of the bar that's on fire.
Oh, was that the priest?
No, the priest is still up. Yeah, the priest is up here. He's
Oh,
chilling.
buddy, jump out the window.
Remember, the fight was happening, and he's like, nope, and went back inside.
Nope. He noped out.
room.
He or she
I
noped out.
should go because the building's not safe anymore.
The building ain't safe anymore. The building is on fire, my man. And with that, he's gonna shout with a 15. Is he gonna hit the dwarf? No, he misses by 2. He misses by 2 on the dwarf.
Dwarf is tough.
But he does have multi because he's a fighter and he's a level 4 fighter. He gets 2 attacks. With a 20, he will hit though.
Okay.
So he's going to do. Because he has a big old fucking weapon. 11 damage to the dwarf. Non-lethal. He's trying to just knock this dude out. The dwarf doesn't care. The dwarf is going to keep fighting. The buddy is currently on fire and is going to take the action to put themselves out, right? And then, just, that's all they can do. This person is going to attempt to attack, hit the knight, and do 4 points of damage. Oh, that knight is in rough shape. Looking really, really rough.
Oh, buddy, no.
Nobody
know.
The dwarf is going to attempt to headbutt the knight. Because Tavern Brawler, with an 18, will not hit. Because the knight has a shield. It just brings it up and just like, no. I have been in bar fights with dwarves before. You do not get. I know that motion. You're gonna try and headbutt me, but I'm not the same height as a dwarf, and so you will miss my head and hit something much more vulnerable. He has learned. He knows.
No
better.
Glasgow kiss.
Exactly. He just shoves it out and protects himself. So he's good. The scout is going to put himself out and then get out of the fire. Like, right? Like, that's all he's doing. And he's gonna run. Link, you up.
All right, I have a question for you. How do you answer this determines what I do.
Yep.
If I fly down to grab Skitters and pull Skitters out from the fire and towards the door, is the grabbing of Skitters an action or bonus action?
I would say I would allow it to be a bonus action if you're choosing to cast a cantrip or choosing to cast a spell.
Because the other thing I want to do is, so then what I want to do is while I'm flying, I reach into my pouches, pull out the hash browns, and let me see, which component is it again? I'm going to pull out a piece of cheese, rub them together, and say, I'll fight a friend, you're covered. And he throws the hash browns and cheese combination of hash browns covered and casts Cure Wounds onto him.
Onto Skitters? Or...
Onto the knight.
Which
Yeah,
one?
get the knight.
On the older knight.
The older knight who hasn't taken any damage?
Oh, I thought you said he was taking damage, right?
No, the buddy. The younger knight who is...
Okay. That's the one who I'm throwing it at then.
Okay. Yeah, no, I will allow that because...
And then after I do that, I'll swoop down and grab Skitters and
you could even
fly
do this
us both out of the fireball
because,
circle.
Well, because the fireball is like already gone off. Now everything's just on fire.
Yeah.
So it's not going to go any vertical anymore, except as it goes up the stairs and lights the rest of the building on fire.
Yeah.
But because Cure Wounds is a touch...
Oh yeah, I got to touch first. So I'll grab Skitters
you
first.
Grab Skitters, and as part of the flyby, you can reach out and touch them.
Then as I fly by, I'll drop the hash browns and cheese on top of them.
Yep, scattered, covered. All right, so they are doing better. They are not they put themselves out. They are definitely...
They gain 6 points.
They gain 6 points of damage, which was just about the same amount of damage that they took from the person they're fighting with, so they will be happy about that. Skitters! You have just been airlifted out!
Mm-hmm.
By an Asimar. What you doing?
You know what? Normally she would like being like, you know what? This is a stressful situation, but you know she's been a little sated. She grabbed a little bit of the hash browns, and she's a little you know little like calmed by that. So she'll be in the arms of Link. You know.
Question: Do you eat those hash browns?
Yes, of course. Why? Why not?
Roll me a d100.
I'm just like
They're holy hash browns.
Oh, no.
They're holy hash browns that are spell components at this point.
This is 57.
You cast a random spell. If the spell normally requires concentration, it doesn't require concentration in this case. The spell lasts for its full duration. Roll 1d10 to determine what spell. Please roll
Here
a 2.
we go.
Please roll a 2 or a 5. Please roll a 2 or a 5.
Is a 2 or 5 good or is it bad?
It's good for me.
Okay. That's good enough for me. What page is that on the thing? Or is it on the...
It's in the Wild Magic Surge table.
Okay.
So just roll a d10.
Okay, I just want to...
She wants a scouting report.
7.
7.
7 is not as much fun, but kind of fun. So you cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Holy shit.
That was a good batch of hash browns that day.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, 2 is Fireball and 5 is Grease. Either one would have been great for me.
Yeah, I think, you know what? That's fine. That's fair. You know, it's just like, would it just killed Link? With that, like,
No,
Link was doing a guidance.
You can, because it doesn't say, you cast Magic Missile as a random.
It's not, you can cast it anywhere, so like, okay.
Yeah.
That would have been really funny.
The casting of the spell is random. It doesn't seem to be that it's randomly targeted.
Yeah.
So you can, like, you just suddenly have this urge to, oh, I love this. Picture it. For those of you who have ever been to a football game or a Blue Angels show, this is what happens. You have the angel, literal, wings unfurled, diving into the fire, throwing out a handful of hash browns with cheese on this poor knight who'd be holy and healed, and grabbing up this little tiefling gremlin child, a possum. And at the same time, the Skitters shoots out the spray of magic missiles that looks like, oh wait,
this is the Death Blossom from like last year. This is what that looks like. It's just like...
Or for anyone who's ever, you know, it's the countermeasures from an aircraft.
This is not helping anything. Yeah.
They all shoot off in.
Okay, so remind me, 5th level magic missile, right?
Jesus.
How
Christ.
That is. I mean, I just need to know which one. How many?
Jesus.
How many missiles is a 5th level magic missile?
So like, okay, so it's like I just need to look at the range. Like, who is safe? Who is safe? No one is safe. Okay. No one is safe.
So
we're playing. No one is safe.
I think maybe she knows intrinsically who like. I think you may be safe. That bard is
4,
not safe.
5. There are 5. No, wait, hold on. So 3.
That bard is not safe.
2nd level is 4. 3rd level is 5. 4th level is 6. 5th level is 7. There are 7 missiles that you can choose to send somewhere, and they have 120-foot range.
You know what? She's not. This is instinctual, so I think she knows that these people are her buddies. Mm-hmm. Not like these people in this are her buddies. Everyone else is fair game.
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus.
Everyone else is fair game. So however you want. It's just a spray of like magic death.
Magic missiles. You can target whoever you want.
It could be anyone.
And it's 1d4 plus 1. So.
Should we just do like a blanket?
Yeah, let's just do
a lot of. These are a lot of missiles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are so many missiles.
1d4 plus 1, and this is the same. Okay, so 3 damage to everybody who's not your friend. Is that?
Yeah,
it?
that everyone's fair game.
Yeah.
Everyone on basically on this side, everyone that's not in this like line of like 2 by 6 is not a friend. Everyone is
All right.
fair game.
So
Everyone is
including-
fair game.
So including
question.
the fighter who's carrying the unconscious wizard.
I'm not.
I was
mean,
gonna
she's
say,
not-
is the
she's not
wizard fair
looking-
game in
I
this?
don't think she's making eye contact. This could go anywhere. It's fine.
And the bard who's still playing.
It's not making any. It's not making any judgment except for like, instinctually, do not hit these people. I like them, or I need them.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So,
Where's the bonus? Where's the extra one going?
you have the bard. Because the bard's so far away.
Well, the bard is already going to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That
6.
one's- I mean, it could be. It could just be anything at this point. It could be
Okay,
a
so
wall.
the second one's going to hit the wizard twice because I
Yeah,
feel that
you know,
the
I
sorcerer
think it
getting
sh-
mad at the wizard. That's
Yeah, I
insane.
think
mad
that
at the
it-
wizard because
yeah.
they threw the fireball in the first place.
Yeah, like the people that stabbed her are no longer here. The
Mhm.
person that lit her on fire, which she, it didn't hurt her that much, but she's still mad.
Okay, so the bard is fine. This is the first damage that they've taken. The
He's just
fighter
like,
is
"You
fine.
can get out."
They're still pissed about life. They're like, "What the fuck was that for?" Kind of shouting as you fly by. The wizard is looking a little fucked up, but they're still unconscious, so there's that.
There's
The guy who's just sitting at the table.
He's still blind. Is he still blind?
No, he's not. He was only.
Oh,
falling
that's
down.
unfortunate. He should have just maybe
No,
like.
he was just sitting at the table. And as you fire the fire, we'll come back to him. The dwarf is swinging at the older knight, and that's when you hit him just right with the
Magic missile.
magic missile, and it knocks him unconscious.
Oh no!
So he's unconscious.
He's super
Um,
heavy. Someone's gonna
And
take him out.
the other fighter ends up. They're dead. They're dead.
Oh jeez.
Because they were about to get knocked on. They were still on fire and they hadn't put themselves out yet, so they were about to take fire damage and be unconscious.
Oh boy, that's no good.
So they're dead. And the Knight Commander is also, looking a little. Is gonna try and get out. But
he needs to get-
this guy.
Oh wait, did I Never mind. My turn. Yeah.
So what is your action? By the way, this
Blow
is
on
all
the
just the random
blow
stuff
on
that
the
has
pipes.
happened.
I'm blowing on the pipes.
Oh, you're blowing on the pipes as you fly by.
She just got these pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Why not? Go for it. And the magic pipes, right? So the pipes are calling.
The
Pipes
rats.
are calling.
The rats don't live in this place.
How many,
Can I just say a swarm? Just
how
a swarm.
many, what's the word I'm looking for?
Charges?
Charges are you expending?
I think let's just say a single charge.
Okay,
Just because
so
it's the test.
you are in a tavern in the Black Lake
Oh,
District.
there's so many
There are
rats.
rats coming out of the walls. Rats
Oh.
descending from the ceiling. You just...
They're coming out of the pots and pans. And...
They're just moving it looks like a horror film. If you have any problems with rats, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, there's so many rats here. I mean, they should also leave. Also, my rat brethren also need to leave.
Yes. So what are you encouraging them to do?
Follow me. I don't know.
So you're encouraging them to follow you. Cool. That's in their own best interest. There's no reason for you not. You're currently playing and being carried by an Asimar.
Also, there's probably also like little bits of hash browns and like whatever food Skitters had is also following. So it's also safety, music, and food is following.
Follow the
Yeah.
music, follow the food. You're swarming all the rats out of this tavern.
Yeah. We will save these rats.
The
Yeah, save them from being burned to death.
Yeah.
the fighter carries the mage out, the wizard out, and they're gone. The bard is looking around, and you will see them start to go out.
Yeah, you just got hit by a massive missile. You can leave.
The scout, they're gone. They just ran. They're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
nope,
yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
The two of you have made your way out of the bar.
Oop, zipped out. Yeah, they.
He's a dead body.
Yeah.
This guy is now unconscious. The fighter, the old knight has picked up the dwarf and is carrying him out the door, right? Like,
I
the
mean-
bar is on fire. We are now into round 2 of the bar being on fire, so the
How's
whole
it-
building is going to go up in a few
How's the
seconds.
cleric doing?
The other 2 knights spend their whole action to get out. This guy is still sitting here,
You should. I don't know.
Everything
I
is
don't know.
fine.
and the cleric
I
jumped
don't
out
know.
the window.
Okay, good. You need to leave.
He left.
You need to leave.
Now. Cool. Yay.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
no one noticed. This was an unreally quiet event that happened. No one took notice. Absolutely not.
whole bar is on
there's
fire,
Not a, there's
everybody
not a bar
knows.
on fire.
The whole bar
There
is
wa-
on fire. It's not subtle.
No, I mean, there was also there was a large sonic explosion before that happened. So it's like it's extra. Like, and there are rats now.
And there are a whole swarm of rats. Like, there's a mess of rats. Like, we have, it ain't cool level of rats.
No, this is great. These are my friends.
But you have the books.
Mhm.
Fly to the back to the plane.
So we're going to remove ourselves from combat and let you make your way back out of the ugly duck in.
I mean, that's
tavern
no
that is
longer-
no longer. It's burnt. It burnt. It can be gone, and you can make your way back to the Temple of Torm.
God, did we fly? We flew.
How far?
Why
do you
as
fly?
long it supposedly lasts for 1 minute,
You're not flying the whole way back.
I'm
so we
most
won't be able to fly the whole way back.
I
But
mean,
at least
the
we get
raptors-
away from
But in
any rubble that's falling burning rubble.
what's your fly speed?
30.
So 30 feet around times 6 minute, 300 feet. You can make your way out of most of the Black Lake district, right? Like, you can get 90%.
We can get
because
yeah. Once you can go once you can like go above and not have to get confused. It's pretty.
plus
you
you
go
can
pretty
dash.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go super fast.
Yeah.
So
He
you
would-
can make in
He's
that
flying
minute,
as fast as
you
he
can make it
could.
about 3/4 of the way out of the Black, or 5, let's say 3/5 or 4/5 out of the way of the Black Lake district. You can see the gates of the district in the like a half
Right.
block in front of you, so you can get out of there really easily. You know that the other knights that you were with,
I was alone.
they were not going to be coming back with you because they are still escorting the cleric on his job.
Right.
Or priest. He's not a cleric. He's just a priest.
Mhm.
He doesn't have that holy blessing to fight and or heal. He
Mhm.
just, he's a academic.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to that little gnome who's sitting, little chapel on the side. Oh, you're alive. That's good. Pick. You look.
And I reach out and hand him the bag of books. Here's the package that we were sent to go fetch.
They take it from you and set it down on the side, like kind of like holding it by 2 fingers away from them, and set it there. And may I recommend that you all bathe? You are putrid.
I would also like to say that Skitters is wearing a rat coat right now. All the rats are on her. My friends. Yeah. So
I'll
yeah.
allow it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Coat of rats.
Yeah, my armor could use a good scouring.
The bathhouses are open and our usual services are for free. Thank you for your beneficial events. Do you require additional healing?
I think nothing a good rest won't probably fix. I think I can make it there the rest of the way.
That's good. We hate
And
him.
as he says that, he's going to pull out some bacon grease from his pan and lay hands on himself for 4 more points of healing.
Yes, there you go. And excuse me. Sorry, I was about to choke on that. You, by the way, you get to keep those healing potions. They just don't. You get those additional 3 healing potions always. So.
I don't know. I think they're gone. I think Skitter drank them on the way here when she gained flute.
Yeah.
flute in one hand and like drinking health potions.
And Link will probably be drinking his on his way to the
Everybody's
bathhouse.
drinking and flying. Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
You probably
rats.
dropped a couple.
Just-
So that ends for you all. You make your way to wherever you're going to go for the end of the day. The bag with the books now in the care of this little gnome director at the Temple of Torm. Can I get the 2 of you to roll me a perception check
Sure.
as you leave the temple?
14.
One of my better rolls of the night.
So 14 and a 13. Pretty good. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. It's the same sounds of the upper city that you're used to. Protector's Enclave is, bustling. A bunch of harpers are wandering around. They always look like they're supposed to be sneaking, but come on, they're harpers.
Yeah.
There are 2 harpers that sneak. Their names are Jahira and Jahira. Rephrase that. Jahira and Boo. For a miniature giant space hamster, that is the only one that is sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
No other harper is sneaky.
That's fine.
You know who they are. And you make your way to the bathhouse to rest and recover, and we will bring in the camera as you retire to wherever you... where do you go? Where do you live? Where's your abodes?
Like, I don't know if I think Skitter just has like a little shack, like probably not far from where we came from. But you know what? She was given access to the bath, and you know what? She doesn't necessarily like, but you know what? She heard from people that's relaxing, so she's gonna go there with her rat friends, and we're all gonna have a good time in the bathhouse.
So you're taking the rats
They're my buddies.
to the bathhouse.
They're my buddies now.
Roll me a persuasion at disadvantage to convince the guards to let you, with all of these rats, into this bathhouse.
All right.
Because there are attendants, right? Like, there are attendants and, like, guards at the, more to keep the peace than anything else.
Can I use suggestion?
You want to use suggestion on the guard? Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go.
Actually, you know what? I'll roll to see if she can get in, but she will not abide her buddies. So 10. The 10 would have been.
So 10 would have been what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perception, not persuasion.
Oh, sorry, perception. I think the same. Persuasion. There's. Okay, it would have been 11 and 20.
Okay, so with that, no, but you can roll the suggestion. What is your suggestion on this poor, bathhouse attendant? Just trying to do their job. They are just working in the service industry.
They're my work rats, and she'll hold the medallion just like inch.
If this doesn't work, Skitters, I've got a backup plan for you.
It's just like holding. This has worked so far. This has worked so far for everything. Everything like she's been kicked out of that. This little like medallion has helped. So this is like she doesn't know where the usage of this ends.
Um, it's an action. It's a wisdom save, y'all. It's a wisdom save. It's fun.
But they roll.
Kelly arrives at the perfect time for the roll for suggestion to see if this particular young bath attendant will be
It's the worst day.
except that these are employees of the Temple of Torm as work rats. And the answer is, what is your spell save DC?
I think it's spell safe. Spell 15.
15. Yes, you can now bring your swarm of rats into the bathhouse.
She's very forceful with them and dying. She's like every ounce of her like persuasion is in this. Her rat friends.
Cool.
So
She doesn't know that the spell wears off, so like she thinks she's linked for life with these rats.
So let's pause for a second and welcome in our raiders. Thank you for joining us. If you're coming over for Kelly's stream, we are playing some D&D for charity today. We are supporting the Fisher House Foundation and raising money to support the Fisher House Foundation. Wow. Which provides care, housing, and support for veterans and or their family members, while veterans and or those family members, undergo treatment at VA and DoD hospitals around the world. We are going to be going for quite a while. We are in game 2 of our 8 games between today and tomorrow that we're going to have some fun with. And you can donate to affect the game, to give the players advantage, to give the GM an advantage, to give the players a crit success, and to give the GM a crit success. You can also make it worse.
Made it
or
worse.
give
And
them
it
a
was
magic
great.
item.
It was great. I loved it.
Or, anything. But thank you for coming in. Our players have just recovered a stack of books that they were sent to a tavern in the Black Lake district of Neverwinter to collect. A tavern that is no longer standing. Because someone...
By no fault of our own, however.
This is true. You did not cast that fireball.
No, we did not cast that fireball.
You did not cast that fireball. You did cast that shatter.
We were attacked.
It is no longer standing because of the fireball, though. I will grant you that. And now you are cleaning up and making yourselves more presentable. You've turned over the books to the care of the Temple of Torm, and you're relaxing in your clean, bathhouse. Fun times. Kelly, I love you. Thank you very much. What do you think Kelly gave me? But I appreciate you. By the way, Kelly, I know what team you voted for. By the way, if you're voting, this is the Battle of the Branches. Every donation you make allows you to see the poll, and during the poll, support whichever branch you think should win. And we know who Kelly has supported. It's fine. But thank you all. But while you two are recovering in relaxing, you can fully recover because it is the Protector's Enclave, and the bathhouses here are magic, and they are healing properties. This is canon in Neverwinter, by the way. While you are here, Kelly, you've read the description. When it says we've moved beyond Snafu into Fubar, Kelly.
We did. We went.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you're relaxing. You are fully recovered. We'll count this as it counts as a long rest, basically. You have a long rest in the bathhouse.
Yes.
With Skitters, their swarm of rats brought
my babies
into existence by their panpipes of sewers. Can I get while the two of you are relaxing and recovering and feeling so much better for life, the two of you to make me wisdom saving throws.
Now I roll a net 20.
8.
This actually makes sense. This is on brand. Link, you are relaxed, recovering. You know, this is like a full, full breakfast, full all-star, right? Like full all-star breakfast at the Waffle House. You got yourself a coffee. You're good. Yeah.
I got my coffee, got my grits, got my waffle, got my bacon on the side.
Rats.
I am feeling great.
Cleaned off all of the gunk of Black Lake District from you. And now you are
I feel all golden brown and toasty again.
Yep. But you are a cleric, and you are now in the blessings of a holy space that have healed you and blessed you, and your god is paying attention and protecting you. The creepy tiefling with a bunch of rats, however, is not currently under the protection of your god, and therefore is maybe in a different location. Hey, Skitters. You look down at one of your rats. It looks up at you. And you are now best friends with this rat.
Hell yeah.
This rat is going to go with you everywhere.
Hell yeah.
This rat is unique looking, though.
We made a connection with this rat.
You did. It's a very important binding connection. This rat is missing an eye. And it's missing
Hell
a
yeah,
front
let's
paw.
do it. Let's do it. Buddy. Rat.
It is now, you are convinced you have to protect this rat from everybody.
I mean, yeah. Rat buddy.
Yeah, rat buddy. That now can talk to you in your head. How cool is that?
It's really cool. She's wild, man. There's all sorts of weird shit. This is not, like, super...
No, you grew up in Neverwinter and apparently went swimming in the Black Lake. You're not the weirdest shit you've seen.
Yeah.
Maybe the weirdest shit you've seen that has a physical manifestation, but not the weirdest shit you've seen.
I don't know. I pipe hire for a bunch of rats, so like we're already here.
And as you are leaving, rested, recovered, fully healthy, with your new little rat friend, and he kind of like, I guess, is sitting on your shoulder. He wants to be close to you, and you're bonding. He's telling you all about like the interesting things you can find in the sewers.
Yeah, I knew that already, rat. That's
like this really great kind of like, if you go down this tunnel and then turn to this tunnel, there's like this quiet little corner where there's just like a little statue, and it's a great place to hide. But it's also
I love good hiding spaces, rat.
And it's got some really, really great like hiding, like smuggler corners, and it's there's some stuff there that you might want to look at. It's really great. You are leaving. Where are you going?
I don't know. Rat said there was cool things in the sewer, so it's cool things in the sewer time.
Cool. Do you tell Link where you're going?
Did the rat tell me to?
No, the rat didn't tell you to do anything. He's just encouraging you. He's not telling you to do anything.
I'm gonna hold up this rat too. This rat didn't say secret, so she's gonna show off her cool talking rat to Link.
Hey, Link. You're a cleric.
Look
right?
at him. Look at him. It's like he's so cool.
Yeah, I'm a cleric, all right.
Look at him. Give him a
Cleric
kiss.
of Mapleonia, the goddess of culinary sweetness and the guardian of the waffle weave.
She'll kiss it on the head.
Patting him on the head. Hey, could you roll me an insight at advantage?
Sure. I would love to, especially since I'm proficient in insight. But am I proficient enough?
With a 14, that
Bad
rat
vibes.
ain't a rat.
The bad vibes from this rat.
You get bad, creepy vibes. You get bad vibes from this rat. This rat is evil. Also, your friend may or may not be under a spell.
Okay.
Or is she cool with this?
All
rat?
right. If
Cool
that's the
rat.
case, let me look at something here.
I don't think there's any spell. She would think this rat is cool.
Yeah, you don't know this. You are.
I think even without like any sort of she would think this rat was cool.
Oh yeah, no, but he's looking at the rat. He's judging from the rat's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Rat's,
Would
rat's
lesser
bad
restoration lift this?
She still thinks this rat's cool.
That is an important question.
Would rat's cool though?
Would lesser restoration?
Oh, I got even better. This would be the equivalent of being charmed, right?
Yes.
All right. So instead, I'm going to channel my divinity from Mapleonia, pull out a scattering of hash browns and sprinkle them all over Skitters, and do the scattered hash browns of healing. Starting when I use this, I can use this action channel the healing power of hash browns scattered to the creature to cure one of the following, including charmed.
Yep. You can heal them of the charmed, and you are now covered in hash browns again, Skitters. The magical hash browns that have made your life so great all day.
Yeah, this is
But you are no longer charmed by this rat.
Okay.
Who is not actually a rat, and you know this by now. You're like, that ain't a rat. That's not a rat.
I think it's a little. I think it's also like a sense of like the attention span has kind of moved on. Now it's food time. Food bribery has happened here.
Yep.
All right.
That's
and
not
as
so
soon
cool
as
anymore.
I do this, may I ask if I can take my holy mace,
Yep.
a spatula of spirituality that I carry with me, and I want to strike this rat with my mace before it can try to get away.
Like Skitters isn't stopping. She's eating hash browns off a bathhouse floor right now, so it's fine.
This is great. I love all of this. Thank you so much. So, Link, roll me that attack on a magical rat.
This bathhouse is disgusting now. Anyone else that comes in after this is gonna...
This whole thing was a sanctified space. It's gonna get cleansed. But Skitters, I need your royal magic surge.
Oh no! Oh boy, our food is my food.
Swing and a miss.
54. What is
54.
My fingertips were still greasy from the hash brown, so I didn't have a good grip.
Oh my god! I mean, it's not bad, but it's really funny.
Yeah, go for it.
I am immune to being intoxicated with alcohol for the next 5d6 days. For the next 14 days.
Next 14 days, you can't get drunk.
Yeah.
The holy power of these hash browns have cured you of any ability to become intoxicated.
There's a lot happening with like,
the hash browns have sanctified your soul, and they have cleansed your mind from being able to be affected by anything like this. So you'll be able to whether you like it or not, you're going to actually be able to clear think without any problems for the next 14 days.
There's a lot happening inside Skitters right now.
Yeah. But as you swing and a miss at that rat that's hella not a rat, it kind of stands up on its back legs and just gives you a evil smirk, Link.
God.
And Skitters is not currently playing the pipes.
No. Pipes are gone. Bye, friend. I'm heartbroken.
No, the pipes are still in existence, but you're not playing them, so the rat that's not a rat takes control of the swarm.
That's fine.
And
is it fine?
Brings them into the woodwork of the upper level and leaves like a small burn mark, like tiny little burn mark where its feet were on the tile.
No.
And you can just kind of like make out this symbol of a hand holding an eye.
My rat friends are gone. Skitter has no idea what the symbol is. No one has ever told her. She has no idea what Vecna is. So this is all like kind of like She's just heartbroken this rat's gone and took her rat friend, who she thought was cool but isn't cool. But they're hash browns, so no, it's okay.
Now, does Link recognize what this symbol means?
I mean, you're a cleric. The symbol of
I should
Vecna.
probably know it,
Yeah.
right?
No. The symbol of Vecna you would recognize, right? Like
Yeah.
Vecna, you are a fourth level cleric.
Mhm.
This is the identifying the curse, the various evil cults that the priesthood all inherently object to is like that's base level apprentice stuff. Recognizing
was-
the symbol of
That
Vecna.
that was part of Lich Extermination 101 when I was in cleric class.
Yeah, exactly. It's an who is this? This is a lich that thinks he's God.
It's like
And
I like
maybe
to think,
actually
yeah.
is God. We're not sure.
I like to. It has a similar feeling of like if skaters held up like if you just hold up like a rat with rabies, someone this is part they're like, oh,
Yep. So, looking down at that symbol, what do you say, Link?
I look down on that and I will grab my flask of holy maple syrup, pour it out onto there, and say, I rebuke thee in the name of the God, in the name of the waffle, the bacon, and the maple syrup.
I appreciate that so much. Roll. Ooh. Because you're
bathhouse.
you're doing you're doing holy ground basically. What is it? It's sanctify, right? What's the name of the spell?
Yeah.
Consecrate. That's the name of the spell.
Yeah, consecration. Yeah.
Consecrate. And I want to know what. How do I spell that? Right? Consecration. Why?
CONC. Hang on.
Like, we all know that this spell exists, but apparently I can't spell it.
Looking at the consecrate.
Here we go.
Consecration.
Spell blesses DC to resist positive channel energy within area, gains a +3 sacred bonus.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me like a spell attack
Okay.
to do it this way.
Yeah. Counters in the spell.
So
Desecrate.
let's see. My spell bonus is +5. Okay, so
Can you overcome Vecna's rat Vecna's attempts to desecrate this?
9 + 5 would be 14.
14. You see it start to smoke and sizzle, and mostly most of the mark is gone, but you just see like the little imprint still, like it's stained on the ground.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to put more effort into it
Yeah.
later.
This is gonna. This will require some people a little bit more experience than I am.
We have indirectly caused the destruction of 2 buildings.
And that's where we're going to end today, because that's a great kind of line of like, what? What happened? But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Kelly, for bringing your community over and sharing with the joy. We're going to let my 2 wonderful players say where you can find them, and then I'm going to do my spiel at the end. So, why don't we start with Hawkeye and remind the players at home what we promised everyone. Excuse me.
All right, I'm Hawkeye, Kentucky Hawkeye. You can catch me on my channel, Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium, on Monday nights. My daughter and I are do Family Night at the Emporium, and we are probably going to be doing our final episode of the House of Da Vinci 3. It's kind of a puzzle escape room kind of feel and all that, where we are working with Leonardo da Vinci against Cesare Borgia and some secret societies and stuff like that as well. So been having a good time with that. Wednesdays I have Baldur's Gate 3, where we're either going to be on the penultimate or finale episode of The Legend of Ben Mustaine, my Gold Dragonborn Paladin, as I'm working through my first playthrough of the game. You can catch Lynn and I both Saturday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Wandering DM's channel for Scion Birth of the New Gods, where our demigod characters are trying to save the land of the living by preventing the destruction of the land of the dead. We're about, what, a quarter of the way through from saving the Japanese pantheon of the hills right now. So
Yeah.
we're trying to work our way through that. Then Saturday night is Grappler's Keep, my WWE 2K24 universe, where number characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPG genres compete in the ring that we call the Dice Tray, working our way towards our next premium live event, the Chamber of Horrors. And I have some nice. Prax is in Grappler's Keep since she's a subscriber on my channel. She gets to be a manager, so she's managing the team known as the Barbarians, the Dwarven Braveheart brothers. So we have having a lot of fun with that. Also, you can catch me on Etsy at Diet Water Productions, where I make custom GM screens. And one of the things I'm doing for this, like I do for other charities I believe in, is for who we're going to do. Prax is going to do a random draw at the end of the last show of these streams on Monday. And we're going to give away a custom GM screen for whoever is the winner on that. I custom make them, stain or paint to requested colors and put on art and have all sorts of fun features and all that. I have 4 different models. One is the 4 folding panels. Prex has one that I gave to her as a gift when she finished her Witcher show, her Witcher streams and all that. It's 4 folding panels, and it has places on the back to put 8.5 by 11 paper sheets and all that. I have a second model, which is 3 panels that it's just a solid piece, and it has either a magnetic strip or we put in the document holders on there. We have a third model, which is the 3 panel as well, but it allows you to put in a tablet, and I customize it to the size of your tablet, so that way the GM has a tablet facing them when they're doing their game. And then I also have a 4th model where we have a computer monitor screen built into it, so that way the GM can project images to the players and do sounds, and be able to do sounds like that from their laptop and stuff like that. So what I'm doing right now is we're going to be giving away any of the first 3 models. However, if you all are generous enough, and no pressure on this, but if you are generous enough, if she not only reaches her $1,000 goal, but reaches the 1,500 total, I will expand it to allow you to pick from all 4 models, including the one with the monitor inside. So we'll be doing that away. And for those, if you don't win the drawing, but you would still like to get one for yourself, or it'd be a great Christmas gift for your forever GM, for any of your home games and all that, I will be offering a discount of 15% off. Use the code Fisher as a coupon code. And that 15% that you would have paid that you're not paying is going to go towards Prax's total on here for the donations to Fisher House. So we're going to be doing that kind of a donation giveaway through my quote unquote company, Diet Water Productions.
Thank you for that, Hawkeye. I really appreciate it. We also really appreciate everybody who's donated, who's given fun and embracing the shenaniganry. And again, I'm going to put that link, that code in chat for everybody to remember to use that so you can support more good things that are happening. And hey, Lynn, thanks for the fun. Yeah. Thanks for embracing the chaos.
Yeah, this was so much fun. Thanks for. This was great. The unintentional character synergy. It was just so much fun. Like Hawkeye with our characters. It was just delightful and so much chaos. But yeah, I'm Lynn. You can find me on everywhere on Gremlin Art. You can find my art, and next time you'll see me is on Tuesdays on Warner DM. We'll have a short little campaign of Imperium Maledictum, which is basically going to be
No.
account what?
There's something first.
Is it first? That's I will.
Oh
be
yeah, unless you
tomorrow.
change your mind, in which case totally cool.
No, I'm here tomorrow, but like on the event, I'll be here tomorrow, same time, for another round of this. Hopefully, I am guessing maybe not as chaotic as this one. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be worse. Lynn,
I hope. Yeah.
For those of you watching at home, there is a current bet to see whether or not the 1 o'clock or the 4:30 tomorrow will be more chaotic because the 1 o'clock game is Lynn, Trooper, and Lindy,
Oh boy. Oh man.
and the 4:30 is PB, Mandy, Urban Bohemian, and Dan. The chaos is just going to keep going tomorrow.
God,
So much
Oh
chaos.
boy. Yeah, I can't
Must
wait. Yeah.
see Twitch tomorrow between
This
1
nightmarish.
and
7:30.
7.
The poor
Or
poor
just block all of it.
NPCs. The poor NPCs are just gonna be.
So
But yeah,
Oh,
that should be a lot of fun. That's gonna be hell of fun.
And while I'm thinking about it, thank you very much, Prax, for letting me use your homebrew character. For those who didn't figure out what I was doing, I was playing Prax's homebrew cleric, the Waffle House cleric. So that's
Yeah.
why that's if you're wondering where the maple syrup and all the hash brown stuff that are coming from, it's a custom class that she created that I thought would be great to play. She gave me permission for doing it, and it was a lot of fun customizing the character to stuff off of the Waffle House menu.
Indeed, indeed. Well, we are just about done for today for this game. We're gonna get ready and I'm gonna take a short break. We're gonna change things up. We got about half an hour before the next game starts at 4:30 with our next group of wonderful players to help join in the chaotic fun here on the channel. And I appreciate each and every one of you who is doing this, who is volunteering your time, who has said yes to my crazy idea. We are 2 out of the 7 zones of Faerun done that we're doing for this campaign. And we will see what happens in the next little bit. But I'm going to let these fine folks go, and then I'm going to do my spiel. Joop.